We are shamelessly promoting our GoFundMe on my birthday. I'm wearing a crown.
I can't find the rest of the crown.
Skip your latte or whatever the heck your unnecessary purchase is today. Feel free to GoFund us. The GoFundMe, what is the GoFundMe for?
The GoFundMe is for seed money to start status quo off the right way. Every business needs seed money. We want to be accountable to the people. We want to report for the people. So the GoFundMe is for in-field reporting and other things we'll get into related to reporting.
Yes. Let me press the share button so I could share myself, since Facebook doesn't exactly like to share.
And I'll do the same on Periscope.
When I am live.
You guys could all share. That would be wonderful.
Press the share button. Let's get this out to as many people as possible, because we're gonna be doing
You had been up to 300 on Periscope.
Oh, darn it. Can you do that again?
I didn't do it.
Oh. So
you were probably featured.
Oh, I was featured. Gosh darn it. So we're going to be talking about 32 stories that we think are being undercovered, and we're going to just keep going until we don't want to go anymore. We're definitely going longer than the normal hour. It is my birthday, so if you're feeling like you want to help me blow out the candles, if you're feeling happy and you want to show me and us, definitely, you know, there's a GoFundMe link right there.
Laura,
I would rather beg you, the viewer, than beg corporate overlords to fund us. Ooh, Gene says much better quality now. Unfortunately, now we're going to have to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for more viewers.
Laura, I want to tell you, we didn't mean to stop the feed. We just had to plug it into the Ethernet because we'd forgotten, so it just stopped itself. And Natalie, thank you. Yay, she gave some for your birthday.
Thank you, Natalie. You get this. And by the way, just so you know, a little personal biographical information on my birthday. My name is Jordan Chariton. My middle name is Daniel. I'm 32 years of age. I was born in Bethpage, New York, a suburban enclave, but I grew up in Massapequa, New York. Don't let people tell you I was born in Kenya. I was born in America, and I am eligible in 3 years to run for president if I so choose.
Wait.
I grew up 2 brothers, a mother and a father who did everything for me. I have a close family, thankfully, still. Both of my brothers I saw last night. I didn't grow up with a dog, but now my family has a dog that I love dearly. I was in special education as a child, which certain individuals have used as an attack on me. I am not ashamed that I was in special education. I think Albert Einstein had a learning disability, actually.
What I had? Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show them something. Hold on.
You
can keep talking.
Jen wants to show you something.
Oh no, because that'll show all your stuff. This is what I have as Jordan's picture on my phone. Is Rusty, his doggy.
And press the share button, because sharing is caring. And as you can see, as we were just talking about this, but it seems that I'm one of the few YouTube channels that when you go up in subscribers, you go down in views.
Yeah, but they just want to hear happy today.
We want to hear happy? You know what sucks though about your birthday? And by the way, this is a super chat, and we are definitely trying to get the GoFundMe moving. So feel free either in the super chat or to contribute in the GoFundMe. And in the GoFundMe, don't just contribute, leave a comment why you're contributing, because we want to get that out there so we can make more promo videos.
Kath wants to see your birth certificate.
My birth certificate? I'll ask
I
Lori.
mean, you're sharing everything else.
I'll ask Lori Chariton, who called me this morning.
Oh, you know, let me text her and see if we can get some baby pictures.
Oh, you want baby pictures too? Oy vey.
Someone asked yesterday.
So here's an interesting thing. I'm 32 now, and we are launching a company. And, you know, throughout my whole 20s, I said to myself, I was in corporate media for most of my 20s. I hated it. And I always said, you know what, you only live once, and I want to go out on my own. And now I have the opportunity to go out on my own. So I'm thinking, you're 32. I'm going to spend most of my time on the road. I just need help to get and stay out there. Because the worst thing about reporting on real stories in the field is when you finally go out in the field, but you only have enough money to be there for like 2 or 3 days. Very hard to break anything in 2 or 3 days. You really have to dig deep, dig down and all that. Gene, $49.99. Happy birthday, Gene. Today, I'm going to make a special request on my birthday. And Jen, I don't know if you'll like this or not like this. I am actually going to ask you to contribute to the GoFundMe rather than the Super Chat, only for one simple reason. The GoFundMe, we don't only want the amount. We don't only want the dollar amount. We want to have it spread as far and wide as possible.
But you have to be very clear. You don't want to diminish this amazing Super Chat.
Oh, no, Jean, thank you very much.
Your timing was bad.
No, Jean, $49.99.
It's
very appreciated.
Perfect. It's perfect.
But
we're just telling you the reason why we're pushing the GoFundMe today.
We're pushing the GoFundMe in specific because we want to be able to show down the road when we are looking for more funding, not from GoFundMe, but from other sources. Hey, we had X amount of people contribute just for a GoFundMe. Mm-hmm. We have X amount of dollars coming in per month via Super Chat. Our goal is not to have a long-term business model that focuses on GoFundMes. This is a one-time deal.
Yay,
never give up, never
surrender.
Not sure what how much that is.
British.
Oh, what's 21?
Or euro.
Oh, what's 21?
Mr. Gripply, what's the conversion?
Yes. So there's the GoFundMe link. You know what? Actually, leave whatever you want. Super Chat, GoFundMe, money's money.
Do what you want. It's party day.
It's party day. So we are going to be talking about the 32 stories that are so undercovered, so not covered, that we want to get out in the field and cover it. On the previous live stream, we read the first one, which was about all the police violence going on. And now I want to get to some others here. Oh, Natalie donated $10 with a comment on GoFundMe. We need more indie journalists that actually care about the rest of the U.S. Happy birthday, Jordan.
You could do
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Natalie. I do care about the rest of America, and I don't. And there's a reason that I don't report much in New York. There's a reason I don't report much in Washington, D.C. Not because I don't care about New York or Washington, D.C., but there's enough reporters in New York City and Washington, D.C. Do you see many reporters in Flint, Michigan? Do you see many reporters in Detroit, Michigan? Do you see many reporters out in the Midwest, out in the West, out in the South, out in the Pacific Northwest? Do you see many reporters in the trenches covering things? I sure don't, and that's what we want. The GoFundMe is so that we could get out in the field, myself, Ty Bayless, Jenn going to be going out in the field at times, and we're also trying to hire other reporters.
Oh, they converted for you.
Oh, thank you very much. So here are some other stories that are undercovered, and we would like. Oh my God, Elena! I keep wanting. I keep wanting to talk about the stories, but you keep contributing.
2 at once.
2 at once.
Yeah. That's too hard to do.
Elena, $50 donation. Thank you so much, Elena. And by the way, feel free. I'll read your comments. If you want to leave a comment why you're contributing, let us know.
But we do need to get to some stories.
Oh yeah, we do want to read some stories too. So let me read you.
Periscope, can you invite your followers and please retweet on Twitter? Yes,
sharing is caring. So here's another story: the militarization of police that we want to cover out in the field. We're seeing increasingly heavy presence of armed police units that have militarized weaponry. As you saw in Standing Rock, you've seen in Ferguson, they're going in the streets with military tanks. They're going in the streets with armored shields. They're going in the streets, in some cases, with assault weapons. They're going in the streets freezing water in sub-zero temperatures. And they're doing this to terrorize people. They're doing this. Part of war is psychological warfare. They are trying to terrorize and intimidate people. You just saw, I did an interview that I just posted on this YouTube channel with a journalist down at the Bayou Bridge Pipeline that's literally gotten arrested twice and charged with felony arrest for covering what's going on there, which is, again, private security mercenaries terrorizing the hell out of police. So, terrorizing the hell out of water protectors and journalists. Oh, thank you. Somebody just texted me.
We got another peg, but I can't see how much.
Okay. We'll update with who's been contributing. So we're also saying, this type of militarized police is targeting minorities, indigenous, brown people. You even see them targeting Asian people in certain protests. This type of militarized police not only targets minority people, it targets poor areas because most of these pipelines are happening. They're building it through indigenous reservations and areas where poor people live. There are also, most cities, black men getting killed are happening in poor areas. So we need to keep that in mind. And this is a quote, I don't know from who, using a rare geoced census of SWAT team deployment from Maryland, they show that militarized police units are more often deployed in communities with large shares of African-American residents, even after controlling for local crime rates. Further, using nationwide panel data on local police militarization, they show that militarized policing fails to enhance officer safety or reduce local crime. Also may diminish police reputation in the mass public. So that is from
PNAS.org.
PNAS.org. And by the way, it's in addition to militarized weaponry, they are starting to surveil activist groups. There was a gas explosion in Massachusetts last week. They had to evacuate half the town. Well, a police officer, the police department tweeted out something about the gas explosion, and on their browser, you could see all the different activist groups they're monitoring and surveilling. That's from a Massachusetts police department. Massachusetts, pretty wealthy for the most part in Massachusetts. It's not all targeting poor people, but police departments are not targeting specifically actual crime. They're targeting peaceful activist groups that are just peacefully demonstrating against things like police violence, against things like fossil fuel pipelines, against things like uranium mining, against things that are destroying the planet and targeting minorities. Did I miss something?
No, that's, yeah, dead on.
Right. So before I get to the next topic, want to read, we just got another contribution, I believe. Peg donated $15 and commented, "You care to report the truth, and all of you have skin in the game. Big respect." Thank you, Peg. And speaking of skin in the game, you see the bags under my eyes? I haven't slept in 3 weeks. That's a problem.